1, 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo. In the commission, you ask for permission to hit him. He don't like me, hit him while wifey was with him. You heard of us, the murderers, most shady. Been on the low lately, the feds hate me. Opposition, competition of the day in the life of the commission. Yeah.
Mic check. What's kicking, family? This is Mr. Batch of the BBC. What's going on, family? That's right, the Giants are in the tournament. That's right, the road to the Super Bowl, to Indianapolis, where the Super Bowl is going to be held. All righty then, Wildcard weekend is coming up, and we have got another game to play. Our matchup this weekend is against the Atlanta Falcons. All right, let me get down with the get down and jump right into it. The Daily News had printed some interesting Falcon facts here and some stuff that we already know about. But let me put a little spin on it, the Mr. Batch spin on some stuff we got here. Okay, the Falcons 10-6, second place, NFC South. You had a tough way to go. You guys was up against the New Orleans Saints. All right. Speculation was that some of the prognosticators on TV and on the radio were probably saying that the Falcons would rather face the Giants than face anybody else, whether it be San Francisco, whoever. They would rather come here. Guess what? We welcome the fact that you think that this is going to be the easier way to get past into the next round. Come up north. That's right. Pack your cold weather gear. It's definitely going to be a lot cooler than what it is in Atlanta. And it's going to be outdoors. All right, what else we got here? Let me see. Mike Smith was Coach of the Year in 2008. That doesn't bode well because he made such a faux pas on a 4th and 1 at his own 29 against the Saints. You know how that turned out. He's 43-21 in regular season and 0-2 in the playoffs. How you going to handle the pressure now, Mr. Smith? How are you going to handle the pressure now up here in the weather elements outside? And let's see how, your X's and O's will come to the forefront and get you guys to win in Giants/Meadowlands Stadium. All right? Let's see how tactful you are with that. All right, Matt Ryan broke Jeff George's 16-year-old single-season record for passing. Okay, they say he's an elite quarterback. His coach says. His coach says that Matt Ryan is an elite quarterback, but he hasn't won a regular season game. He's got a 66.7 passer rating in 2 playoff games that he's been in. Cardinals and Packers. Hasn't won, and he's an elite quarterback. That's according to Mr. Smith from the Atlanta Falcons, the head coach. I don't think so. I liked Matt Ryan when he came out. I thought he was a good acquisition for the Atlanta Falcons when he joined the franchise. They gave him the nickname of Matty Ice for a hot second there. That he was, lighting it up, undefeated inside where the Falcons play. But now it's a different story. They didn't get enough wins in order to secure home field, so they got to take it on the road, and let's see how that goes for Matty Ice Ryan. I hope he's bringing the cold weather gear because it's going to be quite cool up here in New York for the wild card game. All right, what else we've got here? They have a 1,000-yard rusher in Michael Turner. Okay, 1,000-yard rusher in Michael Turner, even though he blew up for 172 against the woeful Bucks, who gave up and quit in that game in like the first half, maybe first quarter, one and a half quarters. They gave it up, and which caused Raheem Morris to get canned. You're not going to meet that kind of an effort from the Big Blue, the G-Men, come this Sunday in the wild card game. What else they pointed out here? Roddy White passed Terrence Mathis for receiving yardage. in his career. Okay. All right. The defense was ranked 12th in the last week of the season. 12th overall, 8th against the run, 19th against the pass. They were 8th best in the red zone. We're going to put that to test this weekend. As far as the ground game, the way that the Giants have closed out the season against the Jets and then the Cowboys, controlling the line of scrimmage and limiting the rushing offense, I think we'll be able to do the same. Now, we have to watch out for the wide receivers and the tight end to go along with their ground game. Once you can control the line of scrimmage, then you can really put some damage against that offense that the Falcons have. You've seen what we've done when we have healthy down linemen who can really come at you and bring it. You know, the old get 'em boys type deal. Come out there and get after it. So that's what I'm looking forward to. At this point, however healthy you are, that's it. There's no more tomorrows. Loser, go home. So whoever's nicked up, if we can get them stapled up, taped up, you know, strap them to a damn hand truck and stand them out there, we will do that in order to get that done. Okay. Former Giant kicker Matt Bryant is the Falcons kicker. He's 27-29 this year, 30 straight field goals that ended in Week 9 against the Saints. There goes that Saints thing again for you Falcons. Oh, sticking in your craw. All right, the teams have never met in the playoffs. All right, the Giants defeated the Falcons at Giant Stadium in 2009. Wow, that was the last time that we met up in Giant Stadium. Now, moving right along and getting into a few more things concerning this game, Justin Tuck has reiterated what several other ball players are saying around the league, that the offensive line for the Atlanta Falcons is dirty. Calling them really dirty birds, but Justin Tuck said something else. He called them douchebags and stuff like that. Let's see. All right. Twice this season, opponents have ripped into the Atlanta line for cheap and dangerous tactics. Wow. Let me see. Green Bay Packers defensive tackle B.J. Raji was furious with them after the Packers beat the Falcons 25-14 in Atlanta on October 9th. He reportedly told a Green Bay TV station that the Falcons do that because that's how they're coached and because of lack of ability. Wow. You know, that's pretty true. When you have to resort to dirty tactics, you're not skilled enough in order to get the job done on technique alone. So you got to resort to little dirty tricks and stuff like that. So if that's the case, and we're going to see how that unfolds as the game goes, whether or not, you know, the referees will catch the second incident. Because, you know, as you and I know, when we watch a lot of games, it's the guy that throws the second joint that the referees will start throwing that flag. But the best tonic and remedy for that is to get past them offensive linemen, get in there, shut down the run, and then force Matty Ice to see if he can get that ball off, and he'll get gobbled up just like Tony Romo and Mark Sanchez did in this contest. He's going to get hit, he's going to get pounded, he's going to get grounded. Right? Understandably so, the Atlanta Falcons have two outstanding wide receivers on their team. Plus, they have a Hall of Famer tight end that is dangerous. Tony Gonzalez is dangerous. I'm going to give you that. I'm not delusional. But you uphead Giants / MetLife Stadium where the wind blows kind of crazy and stuff like that. So you're going to have to depend on that ground game. I'm putting my faith in Eli. Once again, come on. Putting my faith in a true elite quarterback. Nobody, like I'm going to say it again. Eli didn't come out and say he's an elite quarterback. He answered the question. Coach Smith said that Matty Ryan is an elite quarterback. Now, he's trying to make the statement. Matty Ryan has yet to win a playoff game if you're going to be elite. Eli, the elite, has won a playoff game and a Super Bowl and an MVP. Now he's here in the tournament once again. He has brought the team to this point after having last year of 25 interceptions. The ground game has not really been there. We have two 1,000-yard receivers, right? We have a nice receiving core that can get the job done, and Eli has been able to find them. Victor Cruz, Santa Cruz has come through in spades, giving us much more than what Steve Smith was able to give us before. Our tight end position, man, we've got a carousel, a revolving door of tight ends coming in, and we've been getting some production out of them. That's key. The ground game is starting to come around. Once we get close to about 100 yards, we should be all right and win this game. That's right. I wanted y'all to hear that and sink that in. All right? We're the 3-point favorites. You come into our house. We are peaking at the right time. The defensive line, which is the anchor of the defense, which will help out the defensive backs by putting pressure on the quarterback and shutting down the run. Now, I understand that Abraham for the Atlanta Falcons can wreak havoc and change the flow of a game. That is your top-flight defensive player, but he's been hot and cold this year. We got more than one. We've got a defensive front line that I like to call the get 'em boys. They're going to get 'em boys. Get 'em boys. The next thing you know, you see that whole posse come riding over the hill. They're going to get you. Well, Justin Tuck is going to be pretty pissed for this game. He's going to be cranked up because, as you know, he already had his run-in with Flozell Adams a couple of times. And Flozell Adams cheap shot at him and caused him to rip the labrum in his shoulder and had him messed up for a whole year. So when Justin Tuck speaks about dirty offensive linemen, he would have some idea talking about that. Plus, there's a couple of ball players that back that up. Do I have one more in here? Do I have one more? Let me see. You watch film of Atlanta's O-line, and they're 20 and 30 yards down the field cutting guys, said Lions defensive end Cliff Arville. You're wanting to roar the pile, and they're trying to clean you up. Wow. And that was the Detroit Lions loss to the Falcons 23-16. That's the lineman from the Lions speaking of that. So if you've got two sets of defensive linemen making that statement in the papers, there's got to be some truth, some validity to that if they're going to be making statements like that. And we're going to see what happens. All right. I'm going to close out with this. Eli is going to carry the day. The running game will get us 100 yards. And I'm looking for another 6-sack performance from the defensive line. My get 'em boys. This is Mr. Batch of the BBC. I'm out of here like I stole something.